The images have rocked the nation and bring back memories of the race riots decades ago. Last year, Ferguson, Missouri became a flashpoint between the police and community after a black man was shot and killed by a police officer. And since then, tensions have simmered in cities across the U.S., and excessive force by police has become a big topic.
Even here in Hampton Roads, after a Norfolk police dog attacked a Norfolk State University student last month. Civil rights leaders say police departments need to do a better job of reflecting the communities they serve.
But that might be easier said than done. In this 10 on Your Side investigation, Brandi Cummings reveals why police diversity is not just black and white.
Tom, Nicole, I spent weeks looking at police statistics and comparing them to census data. The numbers just don't add up. Police chiefs acknowledge that fact and say they are working to fix it.
This room is full of people who want to be police officers.
I want something rewarding.
At 38, Bennett Vaughn decided to give up driving cabs and selling pizzas. He wants to be a Norfolk police officer. He wants to make a difference because of what he's seen happening across the country.
I know people, they don't like the police. I want to try to help and encourage them to say, hey, it's not like that.
Vaughn and other African-American recruits in this recent open house could be part of the solution to a long-standing problem. After weeks of digging through police department data, we found not one Hampton Roads city has a police force that looks like the overall population. 5 area cities are nearly half African American, but not one has a police force that is more than 25% African American.
What? Justice now!
That disparity causes real-world challenges on the streets of Hampton Roads, according to local civil rights leaders.
You need to get out there and diversify your officer force by finding these different ethnic groups, cultures, where they become into the police department.
But Newport News Police Chief Richard Myers says it's not that easy. It's a complex problem layered with a history of unequal employment and educational opportunities.
All those factors that contribute to those social problems contribute to the challenges we have in hiring police officers and recruiting people that will reflect all of society.
Chief Myers says images like this haven't helped in recruiting minorities.
The image of the police as a career may have diminished in the eyes of people who have keyed in on specific individual cases. We have to work against the times that we're in and the image that we're in.
Down. Hand up, come up, look away. It's a problem all over the country. As chair of the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, Chief Myers says few cities have police forces that mirror their population. While he's working to diversify his ranks, Chief Myers believes an officer's actions can transcend the racial divide.
If the officer is fair to you, is approachable, is caring, is sensitive to what your victimization is, demonstrates they're trying to help you solve your problem, and they're giving you fair and equal access, is that not more important to you than what race that officer is?
I asked the chief, what about those who say the race of an officer does matter?
Today what I hear is that's not as critical as the behavior of the officer.
The community, we have a problem with trusting the police. History repeats itself. It hasn't changed. We haven't built the relationship.
And that relationship is fragile at best, says Norfolk Branch NAACP President Joe Dillard.
Nowadays, it might be it's us as police officers versus them as a community that builds that barrier, which causes the divide.
I saw the application online and I said, I can do that.
We found most Hampton Roads cities are actively trying to recruit minorities, including open houses, videos on social media, and new programs to bring in teens interested in law enforcement. That outreach led to Vaughn being at this open house. He takes his first test to be an officer at the end of the month.
I want to help and try to ease people's minds. We're here for you, we're here to protect you, we're here to serve you.
Civil rights leaders say diversity can happen, and talking about it is a first step. During our interview, Chief Myers told me changing things starts with building the relationship, because people don't trust who they don't know. I'm Brandi Cummings, 10 on Your Side.